Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra if you are new here, and I wanted to talk to you about fragrances that I've been loving as soon as the weather warmed up. So you can say these are like my spring favorites in a sense, but I wanted to talk to you about, because I showcase a lot of fragrances on my channel, and well, I shouldn't say, I have been recently showcasing a lot, and I really want to share with you what I've been kind of reaching and what I've been loving. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, I apologize in advance because my allergies are kind of kicking my butt right now, but I may have to take some medicine if I need to get through this video. However, let's get through everything. I don't even have like a way how I'm going to show this to you or anything of that nature. I'm just going to talk about everything, and then this is going to include hair and body mist, fragrance oils, and perfume. So let's talk about this one, Carousel from Brown Girl Jane. I did a Brown Girl Jane ranking video for you guys. I did it, I edited it, published it, and deleted it. Okay, so I have to do it over again. I don't think it's gonna happen today, but definitely very, very soon, because I felt like my feelings was not being expressed correctly, accurately, and it was way too long a video for it not to be so. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the video was almost 40 minutes long, and I felt like if I was a viewer, I'll still be confused. So I was just like, Deandra, you need to think about this a little bit more. It would have been my first ranking video, and it's something newer to me. So I felt like, Deandra, think about this a little bit more, concise your thoughts, and present it better. But Casablanca, if you guys don't remember, I bought this haphazardly. I didn't really want a full bottle. I wanted a travel size, but they didn't have it, and Good Morning America was having some sort of 50% off, and I was just like, why not? You see what I'm saying? They did not have L'Amour, so I got L'Amour as a travel size, but I later separate different date, but I got this one, and I was like, oh, it's okay, it's marshmallowy, it's soft, it's pretty, and so forth like that. I like it more than Young Bougie Marshmallow, which is supposed to be a fan favorite all worldwide, or at least in America. That marshmallow note is very prominent there. I hated it, and I didn't understand what everybody was going on about, and everybody was saying this was Brown Girl Jane's kind of take on a marshmallow fragrance. I've tried marshmallow many different places, and I could not vibe with it. This one is the only one that I could tolerate. I grew to love this as soon as the weather got warmer. I feel like in the wintertime, I could not truly appreciate this fragrance. I don't know all the notes in it, but I'll definitely put the profile on the screen. It's definitely, I think, vanilla, marshmallowy. I believe they may have, it's lightly spiced. That's how I get that vibe from it. I don't know what it's lightly spiced with, but I'm getting that kind of vibe from this. Like, there's not only marshmallow here, it's definitely leaning on the gourmand side, but because it's not overly sweet, it is dialed. That marshmallow note is not cloying to me. That's what's always been the issue with others. I really, really like this. What made me gravitate toward this a lot, and that's why I have to bring this up, is this Le Monde Gourmand hair and body mist, which is rose chocolat. This is supposed to be, the words are just, the words are deceiving, the name of it, because you're thinking you have rose and chocolate in here. No, it's pink musk and chai latte. At least that's what they say on the website. And it's just like, how did they make this scent? I really don't understand how. Now, this is a little bit sweeter. I feel like they most likely have like some cinnamon, nutmeg, cacao note in there, or that's giving that kind of reminiscent to that. This is also kind of slightly spiced with the muskiness and so forth like that. It's definitely two gourmands kind of coming together, and I love it. So I would literally spray my head from toe with this. I start off with the Lait de Coco, which is I think the coconut milk, I guess you would say. What to call again? Body cream from Le Monde Gourmand. So I'm already starting off with a milky base. This is another milky base as well, with some muskiness in there and some spiciness with the chai. And then I top it off with a marshmallow note, and it smells divine. I feel like this is the most girly and pretty and soft I will ever really lean gourmand wise in a fragrance. Okay, so yes, these two combinations, as soon as the warmer weather came up, and just because of that, I mean, I love this on its own, but this is like the cherry on top, because it's not really taking away from each other. They're kind of blending all together. So yes, I'm trying not to go too far because I can talk a lot more about this, but this is definitely affordable. I get this on TJ Maxx, and I think I can get it for at least $19, and this is 100 mLs. So yes, I think it's worth it. I'm definitely going to re-up and definitely try discounters for Le Monde Gourmand, because you get the best of your money. So yes, that's the first one. This comes as no surprise that I like this, because as you guys know, I went through, I think, 2 or 3 travel sizes before I got the big bottle. And I will show you exactly where I'm at. I'm at the last 1/3 or quarter of it. Like it's almost done. Okay, I like this scent, and honestly, really and truly, this is an EDT, so it's on the lighter side in terms of intensity. So in the winter time, cold weather, you're not going to really feel or get the true nature of this. It's going to dissipate very quickly, and you're going to left kind of disappointed. So when the warmer weather came, I was not shocked. However, I'm shocked as how much I've used. Since it's an EDT, I do overspray. I'm sorry, that's just me. But before the warmer weather came this year, it was above this line. Now I am, let me see where I'm at. I'm down here. So I did 1/3 in like a few weeks, okay, because warmer weather has not been here for several months. Okay, so I don't think this is going to last this year. I'll be honestly shocked if it does. And really and truly, I'm toggling back and forth of getting the EDP, a small version, probably like a 30-40 ml, nothing too crazy here, because I do really love Gucci Guilty. I've tried all the others from there. I've tried Gucci Bloom Intense, I've tried regular Gucci Bloom, if I'm not mistaken, and I still like this one the best. I've even tried the Gucci Flora, I think it's called, like the whole line, the Gorgeous Orchid and all that stuff. I feel like they're all kind of reminiscent of each other, but just in a different kind of way. I still like this one the best. So I still want to try, however, the EDP version of this in a travel size before committing to a smaller bottle, mainly because I tried the Gucci Guilty Intense. You still get a little bit of the Gucci Guilty DNA, but it turns a little bit too strong and masculine to my taste. I'm not entirely sure. I have not looked at the breakdown to see what I'm getting. I did not care to look at to see what I'm getting from that's making it turn completely different. I just didn't want it near me. Okay, so I gave it away to someone else at work who kind of likes the scent, or at least liked it enough to take it for free, because I wasn't charging them. And yeah, that's what I will say about Gucci Guilty. Definitely try before you buy for Gucci Guilty. Is definitely a floral scent. I wouldn't say it's anything else but that. A nice floral light, definitely summer appropriate. I would wear that morning, noon, and night because I love it so much, and I believe because of that, that's why it just ends so quickly for me. Let's talk about my Brown Sugar Babe oils now. Brown Sugar Babe, I feel like can be worn all year round, really and truly. And I'm tossing and turning, and if I really want to talk about these, because some of them I just got recently, so I don't know if it's the warm weather that's making me want to, actually bring these out per se. But I would say I've been reaching for, I always love Creme de la Creme during, well, it gives a nutty almond note, so it just depends on what I'm looking for, but it is not abrasive during the summertime or warmer weather. And Villain Era I just got as well. Some people feel like it's too sweet on me, so I feel like I go a little bit nose blind to this, but I am not opposed to wearing this at all. So we'll see how this fares. So I feel like this one should not have been mentioned, but I guess I just love it so much it needed to be mentioned. Now this one I think deserves its shine. This is Wild Card. I hope you guys are seeing that. This is Wild Card from Brown Sugar Babe. This is their interpretation or inspired version of Baccarat Rouge 540. As you guys know, I hate that scent. I've tried it on many different days, levels, everything. I can't get with it, okay? I don't understand the hype, and I'm so happy I found others like me who cannot understand the hype either, okay? However, I know the Brown Sugar Babe, at least the ones that I've tried thus far that are inspired by others that I have tried, they don't smell alike. There's only one that I feel like comes close, which is Marry Me, which I also do have. I have both that one and the Kayali one. But for the most part, I would say 90% of the time, it's not really all the way there. So I said, you know what, let me try it. I know I love saffron, let me do it. I love it. I recently took a trip down to Florida, and this was the only, I'm lying, the Creme de la Creme and the Wild Card were the only two out of my, this is 3 here, 4, 7, out of my 7 fragrances or oils from Brown Sugar Babe. These are the only 2 that I felt comfortable and willing to wear in warmer temperatures, okay? So that's why they're highlighted, but yes, this smells good, okay? I don't know what it is about the Baccarat 540. I can't get with it, but this one, yes, okay? So next, this one was shocking. I bought this, I don't remember when, but I bought it at the outlets at the Ferragamo store. I was there looking at bags, and I meandered over to the fragrance section because they had little bottles on the glass top, and I fell in love with this one. I don't know if you guys remember, I went there with my friend, and I showed it to her. I was like, smell this, you gotta smell it. She's like, get me that too, I want a box, okay? I wanted to finish up some fragrances first. Specifically, I wanted to finish up my Dior Blooming Bouquet because I felt like they were kind of giving the same pretty vibe. This is a more mature pretty vibe, while the Blooming Bouquet was more like girly, a little bit more youthful pretty vibe. I think also because of the bows and everything, it kind of, adds to that effect. Now, that's completely finished, but I still wasn't reaching towards it, mainly because I feel like I kind of forgot about how it smelled, and the weather changing, we're getting to the colder months. So when it was colder outside, I would just spray it in the room just to remind myself what it smelled like. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a pretty scent. I can't wait until the warmer weather came. Lo and behold, the warmer weather came, and this had no dent in there before. Okay, look at that. I have a dent now. I love this so much. When Mother's Day came around, I bought a gift set for my mother, okay? Because I felt like she would really, really like this. I kind of understand what she likes, because I bought her a bit of travel sizes because I didn't want to commit to a big bottle for her yet, because I want to see what you like. I don't want to get you something that you really hate, It's a waste of money, and it's a waste of your time and you pretending that you like something that you don't. So I was like, I think she would really, really like this. It's not overly like sweet or anything like that. Like the Blooming Bouquet, I feel like it's not cloying or anything like that, but towards the end of me having that 100 ml bottle, I was kind of over it. Like, yes, it's a pretty scent, yes, and all that stuff, but it's a little bit too youthful for me. I felt like I needed something a little bit more mature, but still giving that same soft feminine energy, so to speak, okay? And I felt like this did it 100%. And so I feel like that whole vibe that it gives, I was like, for Mother's Day, for my mom, and I could see her wearing this to church, okay? I could see her wearing this on a nice summer day, and we're getting into warmer weather, so I was thinking of that as well. So yes, this is what I got her. It is this big 100 ml bottle in the gift set, along with a 15 ml travel and a lotion, which I believe is like probably almost 100 mls as well. So yes, definitely loving this. This is definitely like a fruity floral for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a musk element in here, but it's definitely like pear forward to me. It's a little bit slightly green too at the nozzle, but when you spray it out, the greenness and everything with the florals and all together, it just comes out very, very nicely with the fruits and everything. Definitely very, very nice. I feel like it projects a bit more you know, in the warmer weather as well. And then it will last a good while, but it will turn into slightly of a skin scent within the 5 to 6 hour mark, which is not bad. I like that. But when you do your laundry, guys, you will smell this lingering, sticking to your clothes. Okay, so I do feel like it's a good powerhouse. It's not a waste of your money, but definitely I wouldn't say anything is worth blind buying, especially if you're going to pay a high price tag for it. But I managed to look at the discounters, guys. You will get this at a good price. Okay, let's talk about these two together. I'm going to do it because they're both on the Dolce & Gabbana line, or Dolce line rather. And this one, sorry, the bottle is a bit dirty, is regular Dolce. This is the first one that started it off and has the biggest dent. This one came in months later. This is Dolce Blue Jasmine. This has fig, jasmine forward, all that stuff with the Dolce DNA in there. Now, Dolce in general, I feel they say Dolce & Gabbana's fragrances don't last long. I don't really care about that with this that much, because when I'm wearing this, I'm normally wearing this in the daytime, not nighttime. I don't really see this as a day to night scent, and I do layer this with other perfumes as well. So it's like a multifaceted perfume for me, so that's why the dent is so big. I do wonder when this finishes if I will buy another one, because this is a 75 ml, yes, a bottle, and I feel like this will take some time for me to finish, but definitely finish faster than this one. I got the travel size last year. I loved it, and then I said when the weather gets warmer, I'll buy this back again. I got this during the winter time, and I wasn't shocked that I wasn't pulling for it, because guess what? This shines in the warmer weather. Warmer weather started to come and I wasn't pulling for it, and now I was getting second thoughts. I was like, did I make a mistake? Did I just only like it last year? I waited too long, yada yada yada. And I was contemplating, because I did declutter some of my perfumes, I was contemplating getting rid of this. I decided to keep it, and I decided to try the travel that I have at work again, just to jog my memory, and all the memories came back and how much I loved it and everything like that. This one I feel gives a little bit of a warmer feeling than this. It does start off a little bit bright and happy and fresh. They both kind of do, because they have that vibe, but the fig note is very prominent in here. But with the dry down, that jasmine with the fig comes down very nicely, and it gives it a little bit more of a warmer, slightly seductive feeling. I think jasmine, I just love jasmine in general, so I think jasmine in general kind of does that. So I feel like they lean into different lanes, and I'm reminded of why I wanted it anyway. Yes, they do have the Dolce DNA in there, but as I said, they kind of go to do two different perspectives. This, I can't see myself wearing it with anything thus far, so it's on its lane on its own, and this one I can wear on its own or with other things, but it doesn't lean something that I can wear day to night or anything like that. When I say day to night, I mean like day to evening, really. You know, when it comes to like 8, 9, I'm not going to be pulling for this. But they're both definitely daytime summery warm scents, which I've been loving lately, and I would definitely recommend you get like a travel size and try them out. Okay, let's talk about Chris Collins. Now, Chris Collins I have been struggling with lately, but I took them out again because I did want to do a ranking video for you guys, and because it's a black owned brand, and I want to share with you what I feel about it. Is not necessarily what you're going to feel, but you know, at least you get some thoughts about it, right? I revisited these out of the sets that I bought, and as you guys know, I love Forbidden Apple, and I do want a big bottle of that one. But I was like, let me, you know, spin the block and see how I feel about these. Now, this was after one wear for one whole day. I did feel like I had to re-up towards the end of the day, but that's just me personally. I do feel like I get nose blind, but these are fresh, slightly aldehydic, a bit, definitely different from what I normally go for, and honestly that's what I wanted on that day when I wore it. And I do not see myself pulling for these often, but when I'm in that mood for something fresh, not abrasive, especially in the summertime, I feel like that's going to be something I'm going to be wanting a lot. I feel like I'm going to pull for this a lot, and perhaps I may be inclined to get the big bottles of both. We shall see how things go. But this is Citrus Grandis. Yes, Citrus Grandis. Sorry, I should possibly look at them before I show it to you. And this one is Lost in Paris. Okay, hopefully you're seeing that. So Citrus Grandis I do like more than Lost in Paris. It seems a little bit more rounded out as a fragrance. I'm trying to figure out a place where I haven't sprayed anything, so I can kind of give you my thoughts and opinions. Lost in Paris, yeah, see, that is a citrus forward with florals in there. Is not sweet or anything of the sort. While Lost in Paris, I felt like was missing something, like it was reaching there but was not really quite getting there for me. Yeah, it's stronger with the floral department, a little bit more deeper, but I felt like, okay, it felt like these were very mature scents or things that I'm just not used to that I was trying to make work. But if I had to choose between the two, the one that I immediately liked a bit more was the citrus one. And then something dawned on me, why don't you try them together? How I normally layer my perfumes or try to think of a fragrance combination, either I will spray them before showering because if I don't like it, I don't want to be with it for the rest of the day, or I just literally put the nozzle to my nose like this, like both of them, and sniff them. And because perfume can radiate from the nozzle, I can get a good sense of whether or not these are going to blend well together. And I'm like, okay. And that's literally what I did. I sniffed them together. I was like, I think they're complementing each other. I think this, at least the citrus, is giving something that the Lost in Paris is missing for me to actually really like it. Okay, the Lost in Paris is not bad, don't get me wrong, but to say that I'm gonna want it, it's like if I were gifted it would be like, thank you for the thought type of situation, and I would wear it, but I would never buy it. You get what I'm saying? That's just for me personally. Now, Citrus Grandis, I don't know if I'll buy a bottle of it yet. It's good. I do like it a bit more, for sure. It's good, but I don't know if I'll buy a big bottle of it yet. I think I may be more inclined to buy a travel size, to be honest. And there's nothing wrong with that. Together, this was wonderful. I even got compliments at work. It definitely complemented each other very, very nicely. So if I feel like this combination, however, you have to feel a little bit more on the cleaner side, slightly aldehydic, soapy type of feeling, definitely fresh and clean, definitely kind of streamlined as well. And I mean, you could wear it on a day doing errands, and you could wear it, with a nice frilly dress if you really wanted to as well. I feel like it's kind of multifaceted in that way, but it's definitely a daytime scent, definitely work appropriate for sure. If you're just thinking of something just simple, but just with a little twinge with that clean and freshness, yes, you will get that here. And I would recommend this combination together. Start out with the travel size. If you like it, thank me later. Let's talk about Octavia Morgan. Now, I was on the fence of Octavia Morgan, and I said I kind of like these two the most, but I was still on the fence about it. I'm at the point where I'm very, very close. This is Villain Supreme. I'm very, very close to get a bigger bottle of this. I feel like I kind of did a tongue twister or just did not pronounce things right. A bigger bottle of this. Okay. I also brought this on my trip to Florida in warm weather, and I paired this with the Wild Card. Yes. Okay. This is a rum cacao note, vanilla forward. I think you smell more of the rum and vanilla more than anything, but it's still on the clean, fresher side, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I feel like I possibly needed to have this sit a little bit to get more of what the fragrance is giving. Okay, because at first I was kind of unsure. I was like, yes, I like it. No, I don't. I don't know. I like it. Okay, I just needed to have it sit a little bit for that vanilla to get a little bit more deeper. I shouldn't say the vanilla, because the vanilla was always there. It did get slightly deeper, but I feel like the rum note got a lot more prominent. And you know me, I love a boozy fragrance, but it doesn't get slutty dirty. Like I feel like the Valentino Intense that I love so much gets a bit slutty dirty. Like, you're gonna do some things, okay? Or you're gonna attract some things. Whichever way you want to think about it, it just, for me, that is a sexy fragrance. This doesn't lean sexy to me, even though it does have vanilla, rum, all the lovely things that I love. It gives, I'm out, I'm fun, it's clean, it's fresh, it's wonderful, I'm out having fun. And I wore this at night too, so it gave just the right for what I was doing without doing too much. And sometimes you need that, or at least I wanted that at that time. Casablanca. Okay, let's talk about her now. So Casablanca I wore today, and I'm starting to like a lot more. This is very green to me. At times I feel like why I was off put from it was because it seemed a little bit masculine to me, but it's still feminine, but with it's unisex. It's a unisex fragrance, but it's still straddling the fence, but giving you just enough to be feminine, but still on the green side. I feel like why I couldn't understand this at first is because almost similar to the Chris Collins ones, the Lost in Paris and the Citrus Grandee, is not your typical, at least what I normally go forward with, which is, you know, sweet florals or fruity florals and all that stuff. Is not on that same ethos. It's something different, and that's what I want in my collection. I do want something different for those days that I want something different. Now I wore this today because I wanted to dull down a fragrance which is definitely good for the warmer weather, which is Sparkling Joe. Okay, I like this. This is a boozy, like champagne forward, fizzy. I think this has plum in it, if I'm not mistaken. It has something in there, some fruit in there that is really captivating me. But I wanted to die down that champagne and fruity note just a tad bit, and I felt like this ambery green type of fragrance was just enough to kind of cut it a little bit, but still make this shine just a little bit. And it was the perfect mixture. Okay, so much to the fact that I can see myself wearing this alone in the summertime to work and not care at all, because I started to love this fragrance a lot more once I paired it with this. Now there's nothing wrong with this, but this is a happy fragrance, and I felt like it was not the occasion for work, but I still wanted some essence of it to work. So this is definitely a warm weather scent, don't get me wrong, but just not for me how I'm feeling to go to work. Okay, I need to make this quick because we're at the 30-minute mark. Now this one is Valentina 2025. Now when I got this, I thought I made a mistake because I had the travel size from my next fragrances, and I loved it. I started wearing it and I had to stop because I was like, D'Angela, you have a dent here and you just started using this. Like, you're not going to last until summer. So I had to dial myself back. I had to dial myself back from this. I had to dial myself back from the Signorina. I had to dial myself back heavily, which I barely did because, as you can see, the dent is denting from Jimmy Choo Illicit, which is going to be the next one I'm talking to you about. It's really good. These are definitely up my wheelhouse. These are fruity florals, all three of them. This one too. This one is slightly spiced with a ginger note, which it captivates me every single time. And I smell it every day, not or all the time, not really every day. And I'm always tempted to wear it, but I have to, like, you know, think about things. You see what I'm saying? I still want to experience this in the summertime. I feel like this would be really good at nighttime. This will be a good day tonight. This is not a problem whatsoever. And you may be thinking, how many fruity florals do you need? There are fruity florals in different ways. This is mandarin orange with ginger and honey and amber and all of that. This is not that. This is pear forward. I think it has a muskiness to it. I don't know what florals are in here, to be honest. Hopefully I'm putting the notes on the screen, but I think it may have freesia and all that stuff in there. It's definitely not the same. And this one, I think it's definitely strawberry forward 100%. And is definitely I think it may have jasmine as too, or definitely not lily of the valley. Yeah, I think it has jasmine in there as well. So yeah, it's definitely different. Okay, you have different notes that come out and things of that nature. And that's what we love in fragrances, the different notes that come out and how the experience that you feel. So yes, these are my warm weather favorites. Okay, as soon as the warm weather got warmer, that's why I've been gravitating towards. I'm really surprised about this freshy, clean, aldehydic side that's coming out of me, which I never thought I would like, because it's just like I can get that from taking a shower, and I take a shower every day, so I'm smelling like that. What's the difference? You know, I purposely put on fragrance so I don't smell that freshy, clean smell. I want to take it a different way, but sometimes you just want to add to it in a different way, and I've been liking it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I will give you whatever I know. Okay, as you guys know, I'm a novice in this. I'm just starting to like fragrances, so you know, we will be going through this journey together. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and as always, have a good one. Bye.